Are we headed toward a housing bubble here in 2021? Is Bigfoot real? Are there aliens living amongst us? Stick around. I'm going to tackle all of these questions and get you the answers you're looking for and deserve. That's coming up next. What's up, everybody? It's Matt Allen here with the Allen Real Estate team. I hope you're having a great day today. Hey, I wanted to tackle the big question I get almost on a daily basis of the housing bubble. Is it going to happen in 2021? Are we actually even in a housing bubble? And to answer that question, we really need to step back in time to 2008, where the housing bubble collapsed. Very different circumstances at that time. We had predatory lending that was taking advantage of people and doing what we used to call NINA loans, which are no income, no asset loans. Essentially just letting people borrow money whenever they wanted to buy a house. They couldn't possibly afford to make payments on that over the long term. So the big difference right now is lack of inventory. To my memory, and I lived that 2008, we never really had a shortage of inventory like we do right now. And I think that's going to be our saving grace through this whole process in 2021, is having that lack of inventory is keeping the demand up. So then you might ask yourself, why is there such a shortage of homes in the Central Florida area? And again, I'm only talking about Central Florida. I recently posted, and if you want a copy of it, I can email you a copy of a map showing the difference in inventory from a year ago, right around this time. And it is eye-opening. Florida right now is about 39 to 40% less inventory than we were a year ago at this time. That is a huge number. There's several factors contributing to this, and that's something you really need to look at. There is a huge demand on properties down here. So some of the questions I get is, why is there such a lack of inventory? I think a lot of people right now are sticking where they're at because they're unknown about their employment future with the pandemic and all that's going on. Buyers and sellers really don't want to move up or move down. They're kind of just frozen in place until we see some sort of light at the end of the tunnel with this pandemic. So I think that is holding some people in place that might normally want to put their houses on the market. And I think as things lighten up with the pandemic, you're going to see more houses going on the market. Then the second big thing that I'm experiencing with my customers personally is the fact that if they go to sell their house, there's such lack of inventory, they don't know what to move into. I've just had a customer decide to sell their house and are now renting a house, which isn't a bad decision financially if you're willing to do that. But right now, people can't move up the ladder or down the ladder because they don't have anything to move into. So number three, I think, has to do with people migrating from the north down to the south here in Central Florida. At least that's one of the reasons that's causing a little lack of inventory. Whether it's weather related, whether it's other reasons why people are moving down here, that we're seeing a huge influx of people from New York and New Jersey, Chicago moving down here, much more than they had been during this pandemic. So that's playing a huge role in lack of inventory. Keeping in mind, housing is much more expensive in New York. So the New York or North buyers are able to purchase a lot more and have a lot more buying power down here. So they are getting these houses really quick. That's also keeping a shortage in the new inventory and the new construction. is building like mad, but they're selling just as fast. So that's a big reason why we're seeing that lack of inventory. One of the last reasons why I think there's a lack of inventory right now is that if somebody's going to sell their house and have lost their job, they're not going to qualify to purchase something else. So it makes more sense for them to stay in their house. And the reason they're not qualifying is because there's probably a gap in their employment. You know, a lot of people lost their jobs during this, but the lending requirements really haven't changed. I suspect we're going to see some new programs out there for those that had temporarily lost their income. But a lot of people are being told that they're not going to qualify for a loan if they are going to sell and buy something else. So that's going to play a big role in that. I can tell you right now, folks, that it is a challenging market if you're looking to buy a house in Central Florida, but it is definitely not an impossibility. You need to prepare for it. In fact, I'm going to link to a video right here on how to deal with multiple offer situations, because that's a high possibility that you're going to be involved with that. But we really work with you, and we really start the process early, and that's probably my biggest advice to anybody looking to buy a house. Start the process early. Get a hold of me or another real estate professional, preferably me, but somebody else that can then help you through the process as far as getting prepared to make those offers real quick, simple, and strong offers. I hope that was helpful for you all. On a side tangent, I think I see Bigfoot. Now, I really don't know if Bigfoot is real or not. I just wish somebody would get a clear picture of him, and that may dispel the myth. I don't know. And the aliens among us, some people I talk to, I would pretty much guess that they're here. Anyway, folks, have a great rest of your day. We'll talk to you soon. See you on the next video.